So an ism has two categories. One of the categories of ism is ism munsarif and ism ghayr munsarif. An ism munsarif is the regular nouns that we have learned about so far that take fatha, kasra, dhamma for raf'a, nasb, jar. In different states you take fatha, kasra, dhamma, or other alternatives such as waw, ya, alif, and so on, or they're hidden and so on. There's a category of ism, of nouns, that's called ism ghayr munsarif, and there are two important things that we need to know about them. Number one, they do not accept a kasra. So you cannot put a kasra on these nouns. Number two, they do not accept tanween. Tanween is two fathas, two kasras, two dhammas, such as kitabun, kitaban, kitaban. These isms do not accept either kasra or tanween. And these, for these isms to be considered ghayr munsarif, there are certain attributes they must have. These are 9 of the attributes that are written here, and if any 2 of them are present in an ism, that ism will be considered ism ghayr munsarif. And the only important thing is that this ism does not accept kasra. So for example, where you need a kasra, say there's an ism that you encounter and it is in a state of jar and you want to give it a kasra, but then you find out that it does not accept kasra because it's ism ghayr munsarif. So instead of the kasra, you would use a fatha. And also, there will be situations where you would need tanween, 2 fathas, 2 kasras, 2 dhammas. Instead, you will just put 1 fatha, 1 kasra, 1 dhamma. That's the only difference with the regular munsarif isms. So ism munsarif then accepts fatha, kasra, dhamma, and tanween. But ghayr munsarif does not accept kasra and does not accept tanween, but accepts everything else. For an ism to be considered ghayr munsarif, it has to have one of these 9 causes that are mentioned here. And we'll go over them. The ones that are underlined though, there is specific things about them that we will talk about. But other than that, if we have 2 of these in an ism, that ism is considered ghayr munsarif, and therefore will not accept kasra, will not accept tanween. Adl is the first attribute, the first cause of making an ism ghayr munsarif. Adl means that an ism has been taken from another ism, it has been derived from another root without a rule. There is no explanation as to how it has been derived from that original form, yet it has been derived. The Arabic language has it and it has been derived without a rule. That is called adl. It has been changed from that form to this form without any explanation. The other cause, number 2, is wasf. Wasf is an attribute where an ism has a quality. It has an attribute of some object or something. For example, to say something is red, ahmar, is an attribute. So that's called wasf in Arabic. The other one is ta'neef, and ta'neef means femininity. If an ism is feminine, this is also an attribute that can cause an ism to be ghayr munsarif. So ta'neef is from, mu'annaf is taken from ta'neef, so it refers to a noun being feminine. Alam is a proper noun, an ism that is a proper noun for someone or something. That's another attribute that an ism can have. Ujma means that the word has been taken from non-Arabic languages. It is a word, an ism that has been taken from a language other than Arabic, such as the name Ibrahim, Ismail, and so on, which are not Arabic names. They are originally from other languages. Jam'a is plural. That's obvious. Tarkeeb is when you have originally two words that you have combined into one, and now you have made it the name of something. So tarkeeb is putting two words together to give something a name. And wazn al-fi'l is the form of a fi'l, the form of a verb. If a noun has the form that is specific to fi'l, that is also an attribute that an ism can have. An ism can be in such a form that that same form is mainly used for fi'l, for a verb. And finally, alif wa noon. Alif and noon at the end of a noun, such as Imran. Imran has alif and noon at the end. So now, if you have any two of these in an ism, any two of these attributes, it could be adil or alam, it could be, tarkeeb and say wasf and so on. If you have two of these, then that ism will be considered ism ghayr munsarif. And what does it mean to be ism ghayr munsarif? Very simple. It does not accept kasra, it does not accept tanween. But the ones that we underlined, we said we will talk about them in a little more detail. Ta'neef, which means feminine. If an ism is feminine and it has alif maqsura or alif mamduda at the end, meaning it has an alif at the end, such as say hawla, that kind of alif at the end, or it has this alif mamduda at the end, such as hamra. Alif mamduda is where you have an alif and then it's followed by a hamza. If you have this kind of ta'neef, this kind of mu'annath or feminine noun, then this is sufficient. You don't need another one of these attributes. This is enough to cause the ism to be ghayr munsarif. This is one. So this is the detail of what ta'neef. Ta'neef is one cause of making ism ghayr munsarif. But if ta'neef has this form, specifically, where it has an alif followed by a hamza at the end, then you don't even need another cause. This one cause is enough to make it ism ghayr munsarif. What's the detail about jam'a? The jam'a has to be of the form mafa'il or mafa'il. So it has to be of this form. Not all jam', not all plurals or causes of making ism ghayr munsarif. It has to be on the form mafa'il or mafa'il. And examples will come later, inshallah. But these are the forms it should have for it to be the cause for being ghayr munsarif. Now we will go over examples on this other side of the board.